terrestrial radio, right? You couldn't say the word shit, but you can say pussy.
Yeah.
You know, even in the context of what you're using it
Well,
as.
now they don't even
You're
say
a
that.
pussy. You know, I remember Howard Stern days when they told me couldn't, and they did it. What they did is made a joke out of it. They started doing the fill in the blank show.
Well, apparently you can't even say penis anymore.
Really?
Wow.
I know
I
MMR
don't like
does
that
it.
word anyway.
That's a medical terminology. That's why.
It's so stupid.
That's why they can say it. Yeah, it's a medical term.
Wow. But I remember they did the fill in the blank thing
Because they can say vagina.
because they said to Howard, they're like, you can't use these words. You can't say pussy on the air. You can't. He goes, well, what do you mean? Well, you can't say it in that
I thought
context.
his show was so much funnier when he used words for other words. It made it. It
Yeah.
just made it funny.
You know what? Howard was at his best when he was under the gun.
Yeah.
When he went to Sirius, and he can say the F word every two words if he wants.
it
He
got
was
boring.
more funnier when he was under control. When people, because then when he said something, you're like, oh shit, he's going to get fined for that. That's great.
Now he's just angry.
Yeah,
Angry and political.
he's on his way out.
He's angry because he's famous.
He's on his way out.
yeah, he's angry because he's famous.
He's angry because he's been wanting out of radio for a while now. I mean, I don't know how you would want that because
Well, he
I would
almost-
take it to my grave. I
he
love
almost
doing this, but
bankrupted Sirius Radio the first year he was there.
yeah,
I want all my money now.
yeah,
Wait, what? No, really, I want it all now.
yeah. But it, you know,
500 million.
That's crazy.
yeah. Love him or hate him, that guy changed the whole airwaves back in the time. Everybody just kind of like Opie and Anthony. Remember when they would battle?
Oh, yeah.
Because they were on the same and they would battle. But you know what? Anthony admits it in his book. I'm reading his book now, by the way. It's a great book. And I'm reading his book, and he said, "We love Howard Stern. It wasn't for Howard Stern, we would have never been on air. I love the guy. He was the greatest. He's the best. But I can't say that when I'm in competition with the guy. I got to put the guy down. I got to say this about him. I got to say that about him. But deep down inside, I'm the biggest fan of this guy.
Well, they lost their job because they basically they incited people to go to church and have sex in churches.
They just did
You
crazy
say
shit.
that like it's a bad thing.
No, what happened was they
It
got
is.
through all they got through all that. Okay, they got through all that. What happened with Opie and Anthony is they had a business relationship, which a lot of people don't understand. Like, these guys sat in the studio for 20 years together, and you're like, they're probably the best friends in the world. No, people don't understand that because I try to explain to other people when I've been a bandmates that I was playing for 8-10 years with. They were never my friend. They were just a bandmate.
Yeah.
I never got that into that part of it. And these two guys just drifted apart from each other, man. They didn't like each other.
Yeah.
Because you had the one guy just wants to come in. I want to come in and do what I've been doing for the last 20. I want to come in and be an idiot, be an ass, and make money doing it. And this other guy took everything seriously and started getting too serious about everything. And then they start bumping heads. And then when Anthony got fired, Opie didn't back him up.
Yeah.
As simple as that. And now Anthony's doing his own thing.
Opie's doing his own thing.
Opie was with Sirius, but he got fired again.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he's just an idiot. He just
I mean, so many radio shows like Tommy Conwell got fired for being.
oh yeah, when he was on YSP, right?
He was intoxicated on the air, and they cut the feed.
Oh,
They cut
really?
it midway through a show. They just cut it and went to
Really?
commercial,
Yeah.
and then he never came back. And then it came out the following day that because it's I don't know if a lot of people don't know this, but it is federally against the law to broadcast while intoxicated.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That is an FCC law.
I don't think we've ever done that.
No, I know
no.
I haven't.
But he was drunk on the air, and they walked in the studio and said, "You're done."
Wow.
And they just cut the feed and went to commercial, and he never came back.
I always thought about that, like
I actually met him.
all them old time DJs, like
could say you're
were they
drinking.
drinking
You
on
could
air?
say-
They could have been.
Back
You don't
then,
even know
probably.
that.
You could say you are. You can make it even sound like you are. You can suggest it, but you can't actually do it.
Right, yeah.
You can act like you're drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mick does every show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's there's so many DJs out that followed in Howard's path. Of
course.
and they all respected the hell of him. But I just seen it. It was funny because I was just watching on YouTube, the great old YouTube. I was watching when John DeBella had to come on air in Howard's studio and ask for permission
yes.
to take the afternoons on ISP. He had to come in. You imagine that? A dude that came in
How
out
messed
of
up
nowhere, stole your number one spot from you within a year,
And then made a fool out of
made
you.
a fool out of you, made you lose your job Not just lose your number one spot. You lost your job. Like they didn't even want you on the air anymore. Okay, and then you got to go in a few years later because you want to get back on radio, and you got to ask Howard Stern, the guy that dethroned you, made an ass out of you in front of everybody. You had to sit there and kiss his ass to get back on the air.
Did he throw a free concert in Central Park?
What? What, the funeral?
Yeah.
He actually was outside MMR.
Yeah.
He was outside MMR studios, and they did a funeral.
Yeah.
They had a doll, like a big doll of John DeBella, and they had him in a casket.
He's a big guy. Did you ever meet him?
Who?
John DeBella.
Yeah, I did meet him. I'm not a John DeBella fan. I respect him.
He is a very.
I met him, Pierre Robert. He's a very strange individual.
He's a large person, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I met.
He's even bigger.
Like I said, two voices that that have been on the air for. I respect them for their, I guess being on the air for so long. But I never found John DeBella to be a talented radio personality.
I put a phone in his car.
Who?
When I was working for some cellular company I work for.
DeBella or Pierre?
No, John DeBella.
Oh, okay.
I went to his house. Man, what a dick.
Yeah, he is a dick, and that's the thing. Like, what was funny when we was on Howard asking him for permission, all the people that used to work with DeBella came in and they were like, "Dude, you're a douchebag. You would come in the morning and I say good morning to you, you would ignore me in the hallway." He goes, "Well, dude, I was all about business." He goes, "That's bullshit, dude. You can't even say good morning to somebody."
What comes around goes around.
He goes, "I had to have my coffee." He goes, "Bullshit, dude. You were like that every day, even after your coffee. You're a douchebag." And then the funniest part was they brought Captain Jenks in. Captain Jenks was the prank caller. He would call John DeBella every day. Hey, because every day John DeBella answered the phone. Dazoo, dazoo, and then Captain Jenks would come on and be like, he'd say all this stupid shit, and he would get hung up on it. So he sat there and so Howard's like, well, "What do you think, dude? Should I let him be on the air? Should I let him come back?" He goes, "No." And he goes, "What do you mean?" "Not unless he says right here, right now, you are the best DJ ever on air, and you are the king of media." And John DeBella was like, "I don't have no problem saying that because he is." Oh man, that was probably so degrading for him. But guess what? It got him a job back on the air.
There you go.
Because Howard was like, "I think you served your punishment. I think we disgraced you. It took a lot of balls for you to come in here and do what you just did. So I'm going to call YSP and let you have the job."
Damn.
Talk about power, huh? Talk about having power like that, man.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. But there's so many other DJs that came after that. They were so lame and so... Remember the Grease Man?
Oh, God.
He was horrid. And I'd be sitting there like, how are these guys getting jobs? How are they getting jobs? I don't understand it.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
We're getting paid all that money and we're doing it for free.
But it's something I always wanted to do and looked into, but it's a job that you could be sitting here right now tonight. Next thing you know, you're doing a job in Ohio.
Well, look
You got to go wherever there was jobs. As a radio DJ, you got to go.
Look at Ray Koob.
Yeah.
Gone.
Who's that? Ray Koob's a great dude. What I like about Ray Koob is he wasn't forced by his radio station to go out and help these local bands. He was doing that on his own free time.
No, he did that on his own time. I know.
He helped Heaven's Edge get a record deal.
I known them.
He
for
helped
years.
him. He
Nice guy. Really nice.
He mentioned him a lot on the air, and nobody told him to mention it.
He's another big dude.
Yeah, great dude.
Big
Yeah, but
dude.
you know what? 20 years ago, there was so much money floating around. I don't.
Yeah,
think
it was
anybody
different
cared.
then. Yeah.
Like these bands were making like these the labels were picking up bands like left and right, and they were all making millions.
Yeah.
So nobody cared. Like now that all these bands are gone, they're all bitching. "Oh, I want my royalties. I want my royalties,"
yeah.
and that's why like we get stuck in the position that we're in because.
Then you got bands that are still arguing. They're like 30 years, 40 years. Hello? You still have people that care about you.
No.
Get your shit together and don't argue over stupid shit.
Well, if you do it the wrong way,
Yeah.
you end up like the likes of Rat.
And what back to Ray Koob. What I love about Ray Koob is Ray Koob, it goes to show you how much he loves his job because that guy used to have his own show.
He still does it.
And now he's a fill-in.
He's on
Oldies 98.
Yeah, he's on WOGS.
Yeah, and he gets to do in fill-in spots for people on vacation, and he gets to do, I think, like a 2-hour thing.
Right.
On that. But he loves doing it. He's happy. He's still on air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He still enjoys doing
He was
it.
not happy about being let go by MGK though.
Yeah, that was a
They
big.
screwed him over big time.
Yeah, they did. But that's what happens, man.
Didn't they change formats?
No.
No. They
Why'd
just
they let
said,
him go?
I don't know, because I thought
I have
the
no
guy
idea.
was better than Andre Gardner. I thought
Andre's pretty good.
I thought he was better than him. But and then they still got the bell on in the morning.
Yeah. Take the bell off. Put the
Ray
Coop in
Coop.
there. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I
What
would say.
station's he on now?
Who's that?
DeBella.
WMGK.
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 He's on for 3 hours.
102.9.
He's on 6 to 9 every day. And he still does his same old.
2 hours and 59 minutes too long.
Yeah.
Welcome to K-Sad,
Yeah.
where it's all depressing.
all the time. Hello, everybody.
But we had some bad DJs come in and out of when I was growing up. Greaseman was terrible.
Oh.
Tell me how hard that
with
guy was.
With that goat cheese pizza bullshit.
Yeah.
All the
Hey,
time.
the Greaseman. He was stupid. But I'll tell you one cool dude I like.
And Imus.
Oh
Oh,
my
Don
God.
Imus. Oh,
I remember Howard would get him on the air and Howard
Make fun of him. Just totally make fun of him.
He's just like, hey, Imus, how you doing? You're the god of radio. No, I hang up on him every time. He's like, yeah, see, you can't stay on the air, you pussy. You pussy. and so I said he would get away with that on YSP. You know, be like, but, another dude that was cool. And actually, you know, he had his own little thing going on. It was cool for a while, as long as it lasted. Kid Chris. You remember Kid Chris?
Yeah.
He was a
Yeah,
good
he
guy. He was a cool dude. And I met him once, too. Really nice guy, and he was talented. He had some good stuff, funny stuff going on the show. But like I said, it's hard. You can sit there and say so many people ripped off Howard, but it's not really ripping off Howard because he started that kind of radio.
He
And
created
then you can't
he
do
paved that road.
yeah, you can't do anything like just by us using our soundboards. Oh, what do you think? You're Fred Norris? I mean, it's just that's that kind of radio everybody wants to do now. It's funny radio, and it's Howard started it. I'm not ripping Howard off. It's just, dude, you started this kind of radio. Everybody wants to do it.
Somebody gave Ed Norton a show.
Yo, come on.
Oof.
Really?
What, Metal Midgets? I
Yes,
think
Jen?
it's called.
Wow. Well, that's what me and Johnny were talking about
There
one
was
time.
a case of CDs over there.
Yes, they're in the cabinet.
Thank you.
And that's what me and Johnny were talking about. But so many people think they can just get on air and do a radio show. It's not that easy.
There's this guy.
You
that-
got to keep people interested. You got to, it's not an easy thing to
There's
do.
this guy on the G-Man on the Shakeman show. Did you ever hear of him?
I heard of him.
Yeah,
Not
he's a real
important, but
tool,
yeah.
You know,